Welcome back guys, karibuni sana and bienvenidos. This is Huku Abroad guys, and thank you for the support. Thank you for being there. I don't take this for granted guys. And today I'm going to tell you how I managed to get a visitor visa to Italy 10 years back. The document I needed, the document I used to support my visa, and the process. Sorry guys. And so what happened is, back then my boyfriend got scholarship here in Europe with Erasmus Mundus. I think people know that and have heard of that. And he was to study here from 3 countries. He was to be in Portugal, Italy and Greece. And so I decided to come and visit him. That where I thought that when I went to look for a visa to come to visit my boyfriend, then the time I was to come, he was to be in Italy. And so I went and checked and researched on the document I needed to get a visitor visa to Italy. I prepared what I didn't have, and then I went. I had to book an appointment, and this time we were there for the short-term visa. We were doing it at the building, the West One building, the one that is on Wayakui, just after the museum roundabout, around there. Yeah, that's where we were. They were processing. I think even now it's the same place, the VSF Global. And now I needed to present documents like I needed to do a filled-in application form. I also needed a passport, which I had looked for before even thinking of going to visit my boyfriend. A passport I needed, and the passport should have a longer expiry. And then the other thing I needed on my side was to prove that I will come back. And guys, this is very, very important, because most of the visas are denied because of this one reason. If you can't prove, you can't prove enough that there are things that you have left back in your country that will make you come back. In my case, then I was working, and so what I presented from work was my contract. I had a contract. I presented my contract, and at the same time, because I was working, I had applied for a leave the same month that I was going to visit my boyfriend. And also I presented my bank statement, and bank statement was, I don't know if it was 3 or 6 months. I can't remember what they told me to present. They will tell you what they need, but they need a bank statement. Yes, and these guys are very important. If you have other things like a plot, a car, a circle that you have been investing in, you can also prove to the visa place or the embassy all those documents. They take them. If they don't need them, it's not a problem, they will leave it. But if mostly to prove that you're going to come back, these are the things that they will show that you're going to come back, you're not running away. That was on at work, what I presented. And then I also needed to prove that the boyfriend I have, the relationship we had, and this was by getting an affidavit. So I went to a a law court. Yes, and you don't have to go to the law court, but you can look for the clerks. They will swear an affidavit. You will swear, it's you to swear that you are Kenyan, your boyfriend is this name, yeah, where he went to school, or all those things, or what he's doing to the other country, and then they stamp. For this document, then they accepted it like that, but now they don't take an affidavit that is not notarized. By notarizing, it's by you have to take it will have to be done by a qualified lawyer, the one that is admitted to the bar, and then it will have to go to the High Court to be notarized. The notarization is the one that is stamp, a red stamp, a round stamp. Now, and that one is a bit expensive. It's not like the one I used. Then they were not so serious with the affidavit. Then, if you're married, you have to present your marriage certificate, and you'll go through the process of legalizing them. But then I only used the affidavit, and then I needed to book for the same travel itinerary. Itinerary or something is you show that you have reserved for a flight, and that should show the date and the time you're going to go. You just need to reserve, not to buy a real flight ticket. Even the embassy will tell you don't buy until we give you a visa. And then the other thing they'll ask for is a travel insurance, and this one I'm not so sure what I did. I don't know if even that one you reserve or they call you and ask for it. I can't really remember, but what I remember, I bought it at the last moment when I was going. So I can't remember if I bought it after I was given visa. I think even that one you buy after you given visa, but maybe you need also to reserve. Yes, those were the documents I needed on my side. On the other side, my husband needed to prove that he can be able to accommodate me and he will host me. And what he did was, being that he was student, he went and talked to his professor, who was a very nice lady, and she gave him an invitation. So my invitation was not done by my husband, it was done by my husband professor. And in the invitation, if I can remember, it had indicated that yes, my boyfriend then was in their college, he was under him, he was being paid, the scholarship was paying him, and so that was proof that also on this side that he'll be able to accommodate me. Yes, and then they needed to send me back, and I will book an appointment back to the VSF, take all those documents, and I went and I waited. And after some time, I think it was not very long, they don't take very long, it's like 1 week, they called me and they told me that I got, they don't even tell you, they give you a visa that is stamped. They gave me a visa for 1 month, and that was in between the time I had said I was going to go for my leave, so they didn't extend. But also in my case, I had said I was only going to visit my boyfriend for 2 weeks. You can, by the way, a tip here, you can say short time. If they give you for a longer time, you can, I just stayed for 2 weeks, but when I came to Italy, I stayed for 3 weeks, but I didn't overstay. Yeah, and that is how I got my first visa. That was my very first visa. And something else is that if you have traveled before, you show those places you have traveled outside your country, they are also very strong because they show that yes, you can be able to go and come back. They are very important. Yeah, and that's how I got my visa 10 years back. It's almost the same process they are doing, but maybe now they are a bit strict because people nowadays now are trying to run away and lie. But yes, there are some processes that might have changed, and all I can say is that you need to really research and you need to really know where you're going, where it is. You need to answer very many questions like, yes, even when you're coming for those short term, by the time you're released from the airport, you might be asked questions. So you need to research really well so that they don't tell you that you don't know where you're going. It needs some seriousness, but it's very doable. And by that I come to the end of the video today. If you've not subscribed to my channel, guys, please do so. Yeah, and I'll see you in my next video. Adios.